Hey, have a baby. You get really cool spiritual revelations by having a baby. That's like the whole reason to have one, right? So let me tell you this. I'm with Eli, and Angie's with Eli. We both feed him. Angie probably feeds him more than I feed him, but when they first come out, they drink milk, or formula. And it's just what they drink. And then they get a little older, you start to give them, the pureed baby food. And then as you get older, you start to give them a little bit more of the real food, like table food. You kind of help them learn how to use the utensils and tableware. And eventually, they grow up to be adults and eat real food and use the silverware on their own. The Bible talks about this. It talks about this in 1 Corinthians 3. In 1 Corinthians chapter 3, it talks about that when you were a spiritual baby, you had milk, but you still need the milk because you're not ready for the meat. You're not ready for the actual food. You're not ready for what I actually have for you. And what the Bible is saying there is that there's more. There is real food. There is something for you to chew on. And what we do in our lives is we listen to podcasts and we go to church, which is great, and Wednesday night services or Sunday morning services, and we get a lot of great information. Here's my issue with that is that's baby food. That's pureed food, because someone is spoon feeding you that information. Someone is handing you that information. You know what the difference is between real food and baby food? You have to cut it up and work for it. You have to cut it up and eat it yourself. You have to cut it up and prepare it for yourself. And that's the difference between going to church on a Sunday morning and hearing a message, and then you yourself reading the Bible and hearing from God on your own. You have to cut up the scripture for yourself. That's what the difference is between real food and pureed baby food. Are you being spoon-fed Christianity, or are you cutting it up and getting to the real food? Because it says in the Bible that at some point you need to get to the real food.